Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we took on the Chimera, started our relic weapon, and did some quests in Forgotten Springs. Maybe not in that order, but also we unlocked a couple, a crafter and a gatherer. But we now need to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and flip the order to descending, because I don't want to scroll down. We're going to go ahead and queue up Amdapor Keep. Why did I leave on undersized party? Oops. Screw it. We're doing this undersized. So this is Amdapor Keep. I just was like, wait, there's going to be mechanics to show here. So yeah, Amdapor Keep is going to be our first proper level 50 dungeon. So normally it's a floor man. We are, of course, doing it undersized so that we can properly show some mechanics that happen in this dungeon that normally will just get kind of smashed right on by. So, slight bit of a ruin, but hey. Let us. So, to start things off here, we're going to have a couple enemies. The one on the right will try to summon. You always want to kill it first. The left one is just like whatever. But when you have one of those ones with a staff, you will want to kill it first. And then we just have a bunch of regular old trash going on here. I made a friend. And then we've got some dull hands just chilling about. More trash. It's basically a hallway of trash right here. See, about the only way to really describe those. Just hippogriffs, dullhounds, and I believe right around this corner here. Oh, I have friends. Hello! Right around this corner there used to be a treasure chest, but it looks to have been yoinked. So, continuing on, we have another set of these lunatic followers. The one in the middle here is your summoner. You'll notice it starts doing a void call. Again, you want to make sure you kill that particular one first. And then up here, we've got a bunch of dullhounds patrolling about. Normally what you try to do is you just try and sneak along this little right wall here to avoid as much as you can. But since we are doing this undersized, we are going to come over to the left because there is a treasure chest over here. And awesome. You can get a minion in it, the demon brick. So a lot of people actually pass over this. But well, there's a minion in there. Anyways, we are up to the first boss. So you've got this lunatic priest. When you come up to attack it, it's going to just start void calling. However, if you manage to kill it, it still void calls. So it summons up this psych flare. So the psych flare. So what people used to do back in the day is they would drag it all the way back here so that you could be out of range. This was for a particular reason, because eventually it starts summoning this. It summons up this megalith marionette. Oh my gosh, it has a lot of HP on it. And eventually it also starts reviving up ads, but more importantly, by pulling over to the side, you can much more easily evade that attack it's doing there. So that is the basics here of the first boss. Yeah, so this thing has a royal butt ton of HP. This is gonna hurt, but I'm taking one for the team. Yeah, imagine like this is back when you used to be super underleveled and yada yada. You can't even really kill that stupid thing, the megalith. So yeah, that's the first boss. Normally nowadays you're usually pretty well over leveled or just over geared to that you don't have to really worry about the ads. There is a second ad that can spawn, But, like I said, you don't have to really worry about it. Anyway, welcome to the second section of Amdapor Keep. So going forward here, we're going to have these statues that look like they have some stuff on them, but that's because they do. As you walk by them, they will summon up these Vodoriga sleepers. Unfortunately, we can't just go right through there. That would be nice. Be a nice straight path. But no, we have to take the roundabout path. You've got some Brontatar and 2 Houndlights. The Brontatar, of course, has some frontal attacks, much like the Karn boss did. Again, room here has some more of the statues. You actually used to try and like sneak through this room and not get that Dullahan because you didn't want to deal with it because, oh no, it would take too much damage to kill it. But you still have to get those. Also here, you would just take a little sneak to the left and try to avoid these Vodoriga sleepers. Because of course back then, this is like, oh, this is the fastest way to clear it. But now we're so overload, it's just so much faster to just kill them. Again, right here, we are going to have some more of these Void Walkers spawning from the statues. And just some more general trash. Also, I forgot to mention, in this particular hallway right here, there was a treasure chest that used to exist down there at the end. Anyways, so everyone remembers FF4 and FF7, right? Well, here's the demon wall. Yep, we've got a demon wall, folks. So, the demon wall is going to do these just random attack from basically everyone in the party. Just kind of attacks randomly. Like, I don't even have aggro, but I keep taking damage from it. It's also going to do these little goopy-looking attacks on the ground. If you're caught in them, you will take damage, and I believe you get disease, slowing you down. Slowing down your movement anyway. Alright, I need to back off. So also, it likes to use this repel move, which will knock you back, and then it moves forward. It's basically a DPS race, this fight. And, like, if it gets all the way down to the end here, you die. Or if, when he does repel, if you're positioned, say, over here, it'll knock you back and you'll fall right into the hole. Eventually, there will be ads that spawn. Of course, because we're kind of holding it right now to try and get to said ads. Yeah. Oh, and also that's the thing that happens. So eventually, after the second knockback, I actually forgot about this part, I'll be honest. It's been so long since I've seen it. So this goop spawns back here, and then if you're on it, you'll start taking damage over time. And yeah, there are ads eventually, a couple of the bee looking things, and you have to deal with those while you're also dealing with the wall coming down on you. And yeah, it used to be like a major DPS check now, and now it's just like whatever, even when you're like doing it, not doing it this particular way that we're doing it. It's just, it's a joke basically. It's so easy. Also, you can tell this gear is like all meant for like, oh, you're just coming into level 50 here. So, to progress forward, you're gonna see these succubus. In order to open the final doorway, we have to kill all of the succubus. This is relevant because I've had groups try to run forward without killing them. And, well, lo and behold, you couldn't do it. So, also what the succubus are going to be doing as you progress through here is they're going to be trying to shoot these fire 2s at your party as you run through, or Void Thunder 3, I guess, or yeah, I think it's fire 2. Stop on this earth real quick so I can run through this without an issue. So, if I were to say run up here, you'll notice this door is shut. Also, you used to sneak through this room to not get it, but because all of the whatchamacallits died, it's now open. All of the succubuses, those ones. Anyways, we are at the final boss of Amdapor Keep. So, we have a scary, scary, undead-looking dragon thing. This is actually an enemy from FF11. There was a lot of these in there. So, this boss. There's several ways that people do this boss now. The old school way is to drag it back into this particular corner here. The tank would be like all the way back here in this corner. And that way the melee could be, you know, going off to the side and whatever. This way, because eventually it's going to do a, like, so, you know, it does have a conal attack, conal buster look, the look specifically. But yeah, so eventually it's going to do this big flashy glowy effect. Also it does disease, which slows down your movement. And ideally we're going to see the big flashy glowy effect. Eventually. I guess I could punch it maybe. I think it's time-based. I think. Okay, yeah, imminent catastrophe. So to avoid the damage from this, you need to be standing behind one of these statues. If you're not, you're going to take a fair amount of damage. And then after this happens, a dark helot is going to spawn. Also, if anyone's behind it, you have to use tail drive. So these dark helots are going to spawn after each imminent catastrophe. That means this is also, in a way, a DPS race. Because you notice there's only 4 of these statues. At least, you know, back when people were under gear, this was a DPS race. There's only 4 of these statues here. So it means you can only go through 4 of those imminent catastrophes before you're taking the very super high amounts of damage. And, well, yeah, back in the day, had many groups fail. So let's just take a tail drive to the face. Ow. It gives you the effect called concussion. Wounds dealt by blunt weapon are causing damage over time. So it's just a damage over time effect. If you happen to get hit by that, which does deal a hefty amount of damage, actually. That's like 300 damage. So again, here's another imminent catastrophe. And, yeah. That is Amdapor Keep. We did it on sync just because A group wouldn't have gone for that minion, and B, we wouldn't have been able to show off nearly half of the mechanics, including the one I literally forgot about in Demon Wall. Like, I forgot that he put that goop in the back. I seriously did. It's been so long since I've seen it. You just absolutely demolish it now. Oh my gosh. So anyways, with that in hand, we can go ahead and return back to Rowena and get to the next step of this quest. Hi Rowena, I'm back. Clearing the Elden Run long. Yes, I have the glyph. Huh, good on you. This is exactly what I was after. You've honored your part of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Alright, so we need to deliver the copy of Enter the Coral to Geralt. So this is what you have to deliver here is going to depend on the particular job you're doing this on. So since we're doing Monk, it is the Enter the Coral book. Back to pester me so soon. Judging from a smirk on your face, I think you found what you need. Yep. This text is about Ivan Corfist, alright, but gods, would they have killed Bugger the road to use normal bloody words? Oh, take me bleeding minutes to get through this lot. Time I could be spending on kettles. Well, I'm trying to make head or tail of it. Why don't you take these here unfinished Spharai and try them out? The Mitchell floor is still missing something, but it's all there shape-wise. Mean it should serve you just fine as an ordinary weapon. Seeing as you're a rival monk, maybe you'll be able to feel out exactly what it wants for. That's to say, get out there and fight some nasty foes, as Ivan Corfist himself must have done back in the day. Zaharak, the Almajah stronghold over in southern Thanalan, ought to serve your needs. Same place you found those fists. Pit yourself against some Zaharak lancers, pugilists, and archers, 8 of each, say. Gosh. Then come back and tell me what you've gleaned. With the information in the text and your first-hand experience, I reckon we'll solve this puzzle yet. Man, I thought this was a little tad bit later, but here apparently. Dang it. I need to go over and repair, actually. which is in here. There you are. Alright, let us head back to Forgotten Springs and back to Zarok. Back and forth, back and forth. Alright, so we need to do a bit of slaughtering in these here parts. So let's go ahead and do just that. I believe, yeah, there's one enemy over there. But also, Dragana, get your butt back out here. Need some help. But, well, you know. So we need, like I said, we need to kill pugilists, lancers, and archers. So I don't think I need to really show these all. It's not really super interesting, though I guess it is worth noting these Ifrit beacons. So these Ifrit beacons will link onto other enemies that you might happen to aggro or attack in the area. However, they themselves do not aggro. And they're just going to try and Holy Flame. Despite being a simple tower, they do have positionals on them, and yeah, you can kind of play with the gate here while you're fighting. Alright, got a thaumaturge there. I do not need it. We've also got a fortune teller. Let's drag this pugilist over to the side. And oh look, that might be why I'm pulling slow. I'm just a win. Forgot about that. Okay. Alright. Let's go with fate here. We're gonna have to keep in mind. That doesn't have anything I need, so let's go ahead and fight this archer here, which of course is gonna bring in the beacon. And what was I like? Oh yeah, I don't need to show all this, but I'm still like, showing it off because we didn't really do a proper tour of this place. But well, I am now. Sorta. Okay, what the heck? It's like facing into the wall? That makes sense. Do you mind? Do you mind? Like, jeez. Alright, so the Lancer up here. Of course it's telling you like, oh yeah, they're all back here, even though there's definitely ones further up, because we've definitely been fighting them this entire time. And there's a door you can play with. Hooray. So there's two right up here. No! Person, leave my archers alone! No! How could they do this to me? I need those. Now there's none left on the map. Oh, they're down here, maybe. So... Heck, the archers are all dead, aren't they? Gonna make this a pain. Why would you do this to me, person? Why? So there are various fates here. We're just gonna ignore them for now. Because that's what we tend to do with fates, actually, is we tend to just ignore them. So now I have to find... Hopefully the ones back at the start are back up. Though this person is probably going to go take them from me. Oh, we do have something back up here. An archer! Mine. My archer. Hey, excuse me, fortune teller. Do you mind not spawning on my head? What the heck? Good job, Dragana. Seriously, what the heck? Alright. Let's find this pugilist, and there's someone else here still. We're gonna fight this pugilist. We're gonna leave that tower alone, at least I am. Because I am on a mission to find the enemies I need. Okay, good. That person just left. I think they got the archers they needed. Because that's definitely all they were targeting. Annoyingly. For my purposes. Yeah, because, like, look. We have, you know, 6 pugilists, 5 lancers, and 3 archers. So that's, like, bleh. Bleh. Oh, I guess. Oh, can't use. Helps to pay attention, I guess. Pugilists. I don't need more pugilists. Oh, there's an archer up there, though. I can live with that. Because that's definitely what I'm short on. I'm still annoyed about that. Still annoyed. Alright, 1 more pugilist, 2 more lancers, 10 billion more archers. Well, here's our 2 lancers literally right here. Oh, yay. Oh gosh, I really made some friends this time. Silly sprites. How dare you. Oh, another pugilist, as I almost walked right in front of that thaumaturge. Seriously, like, we'd be done, probably, if it hadn't been for that nonsense with the stupid archers getting sniped. Alright. Alright, so we're just doing Fate. No, Archer. Don't mind if I do. Really don't mind if I do, actually. Alright. 3 more archers. We can do this. Would have been done. Would have been done. Now I'm the one who's having to, like, snipe out the archers, but of course I aggro the other stuff, so it doesn't matter. Like, oh my gosh. Alright, 2 more archers. Can I find them? I hope so. I don't remember they all are around here. Only hope that there are some. There's 1. Need 2. Oh gosh, I have friends. I have a number of friends. Now we're gonna find another pugilist. No. Oh, come on. It seemed to literally I was about to use my mount. Is there an archer down here? I don't know the answer to this. No, it's just a thaumaturge. Well, back we go, I guess. This is so awkward. I'm gonna do loops like this. This is, of course, the big issue with online games, of course, is that, like, sometimes this can just happen where it's like, oh, you have a plan, and then someone else can kind of comes up and kind of just like, about your plan. I don't think so. There we go. Let us finish off the archers and then go back to Geralt, our favorite thing to do. Back to Geralt. Hi, Geralt. I return. Back already? By the frown you're wearing, I take it you've got nothing to show off your time with the lizardman? Might be as you'll want for better explorer, and I just know just the creature what'll give it to you. Hydra reigns were the fiends within Holly. A nasty piece of work, that. Try not to piss your britches when you see it. Hydra can be confronted by the duty finder upon examining the quest destination situated by the entrance to Holly. Please note that the trial A Realm Reborn, the Hydra must be completely well equipped with the pair of unfinished Spharai. So we have to have the weapon equipped now while we also go do this upcoming instance. Alright, this destination is literally right next to the entrance here. So, A Relic Reborn, the Hydra, now accessible. So, we need to go and do that. But remember, we have to have the unfinished Spharai equipped, even though they absolutely suck. We have to have them on. It's great, isn't it? Just great. Aha! I took my headphones off and I missed that the queue popped up. Oh my goodness. So welcome to Hydra. So, Hydra. Got some main basic mechanics. There's going to be an ad that will spawn. It does have a back attack, so of course everyone is standing back there. Go figure. And it's also going to be placing these things on the ground. Ideally, you do not want these in the middle because you need to go into the middle when it starts using the move Fear Itself. When it starts using Fear Itself, you want to be right near the Hydra, otherwise you will get hit with a Hysteria effect. It will make you start running all over the place like a crazy person. So, on that note, let us just go ahead and finish this up. So that's your basic bit. I'm like, what the heck? Why did my character just go down? Oh, there's like crud right there. But yeah, so that's Hydra. Pretty simple, not really much in the way of mechanics. Just has the different heads doing different attacks and the tail thing and the ad and the Fear Itself. The big thing is really Fear Itself. Because of Fear Itself, that fight did used to be kind of a pain in the butt back in the day because, like, people would not be up next to it. There's still people who do that and who aren't up near it. So, yeah, they start running around like a crazy person, but hey, at least I remember to have the unfinished Spharai on. I made sure I equipped them because I had to take a break. I don't know if you noticed, I was in a different area when we got in here compared to when I queued it initially in the video. Yeah, this is a separate... I'm recording this at a separate time because I gave up waiting for the queue. It was taking too long and I was feeling just... I wasn't really feeling it. So I was like, this is a good time to just kind of call it. So... But obviously I didn't want to finish the video yet because I want to do all of this nonsense. Anyways, let's return to Gerald. I believe... You're still alive? What the hell is you Avengers have to be so goddamn sturdy? I was bloody sure you'd be Hydra dung by now. The song's done, or in this case, not done. Anyway, let's talk about the text you brought me. Outlines Ivan Korof's martial philosophy as set down by the man's foremost disciple. According to the writer, the Spharai ain't no ordinary weapon. Apparently, they're tools for tapping the monk's chakra, whatever the hell that is, throwing open the floodgates or something. Bugger if I know how it works, but I do know that the fist needs some crystals embedded in them. Eh? Chakra's the aether, which courses through your body, you say? Huh. That explains the bloody crystals, then. Oh my gosh, really? Okay, fine. Water it is, jeez. As you can see, I've done my research. Colors are really good at coughing. As you can see, I've done me research. I trust you've also been pulling your weight, putting the relic to use like I said. Well, go on then, tell me what you've learned. That's so, I wonder about that. Based on what we've gleaned from the text and your first-hand experience, I'll rework the relic so as to improve your affinity with it. Hand it over for a sec, will you? So, we need to take it off, which is, of course, why it's showing red there. And return it to him. There, the deed's done. That leaves us with one last step. That is, fully merging the old relic, the new host, and the soul of the bearer. Aye, that's you. Only then can the weapon be restored to its former glory. But to do this, I need a fire what's hotter than the seventh hell to keep such a fire alive and raging. I need a wind what's fiercer than the hangover I had last week. You know what I mean. Just give me a white-hot ember, a howling gale, and a chunk of hyper-fused ore, and I'll finish your bloody weapon. I need me a bottle of Radza Han quenching oil as well to cool it off. The white-hot ember, the howling gale, and the chunk of hyper-infused ore can be obtained from defeating Ifrit in the Battle of Embers Hard, Garuda in the Howling Eye Hard, and Titan in the Naval Hard, respectively. Bottle of Radza Han quenching oil can be obtained by exchanging 15 elegant... God, that was so expensive back in the day. 15 elegant tomestones with Ariana whenever in his assistance at Revenant's Toll. It was so expensive back in the day in terms of the tomestones you need. So, I'm gonna go chill out with this here. So now we need to go through all of the hard trials. Of course, you may know that I have only unlocked Ifrit so far, and this is why I waited to do Ifrit, is because I knew I was gonna need it here. So, let us go ahead. Oh my gosh, I'm still like recovering from that stupid coffee attack. I'm gonna like take a second before I actually queue up Ifrit here. Okay, I think I'm fine for now. So let's go ahead, queue up Ifrit here. So, yeah, let's do it. Bowl of Embers Hard. I am going to have to go grab the quest as we complete each of these, because of course, that's what you have to do the first time around. You don't have to do it the second time around, of course, because you already have all of these unlocked, but yeah, so, story time. I think it was Chimera. I don't think I told this before, but so, when I was doing all the relics originally on my main... Can't I land on here? There we go. You just can't land on the hot part. So when I was doing all the relics originally on my main character, it came to the time where I was doing Scholar, which was one of the healers. For Chimera, I think it was either Chimera or Hydra. I don't remember which one. When it came to that point, I went to go and queue it, and healers are supposed to have super fast queue times, right? Well, it took me 70 or 80 minutes to queue in as a healer for that. It's like, what? What just happened here? So thankfully we don't have to sit through the super long original cutscene that happened with Ifrit. It kind of cuts to the end part where he's actually summoned. So this is going to be very similar to the original Ifrit, and of course that was just pointed at all of us, so it wasn't. Okay, so yeah, this is very similar to the original Ifrit. Still going to have the knockback stuff. And still gonna have the tank suites. Of course, the tanks are now currently trying to fight for. I'm taking. No, I'm taking. No, I'm tanking. Yeah, it's annoying when tanks do that. Actually, one tank may have finally given up. Maybe. Anyway, so yeah, super similar to the original Ifrit here. We're gonna see some eruptions going off, and it's pretty. Nope. Yep. The aggro fight's happening. This means my position holds. So. Succumb to the Inferno. Ifrit has entered a new phase. He's a bit more glowy now. What this means is he's going to gain this searing attack, which is going to have this pulsing effect. Also, now Eruption is going to chase after whoever it does and go off multiple times. Radiant plumes are going to begin much earlier, and as we approach the 50% mark, he's going to drop the nails, much like in the original fight. Notice I said nails. Yes, there's now 4 of them. You need to kill all of them, and if you don't in time, then, well, it's bad. So, let's go ahead and work on beating these nails. Ideally, what happens here is they are focused down by the DPS, but it's not really happening. And you also note that as we defeat them, the limit gauge is like just shooting up, essentially. And there's a reason for this. What you originally had to do is like your check for doing that was so tight that it would. Are they limit breaking? What the heck? Literally give me a little chance. I'm trying to talk here. So yeah, like you would have to use a mage limit break to kill them all in time because it was so tight. And you also notice he just jumped. So he's gonna do these dashes and you have to follow where like straight ahead of him, and that's where he's gonna go. And you need to be not standing in front of one of the Ifrits. Also, multiple eruptions are gonna be hitting at once, causing there to be multiple chasings going on. And the plumes are going to become more frequent, like so. And I'm still annoyed that they were like, oh, I'm going to limit break. Well, not giving the melee a chance to do it, because why would they give the melee a chance to ever do that? So yeah, you can see like there's multiple of these eruptions going off. Ideally, you kind of drag them along the outside edge, and you don't like drag them into people. Of course, it's really hard because they are very, very, very big. But that's Ifrit hard. Really, not that hard. I mentioned that there did used to be like a tight DPS check on those nails and stuff, but like overall, it's really not that bad as long as you actually know what you're doing. So, I got a commendation even though someone stole my limit break. Jerks. So now we need to go face Garuda. Of course, we actually don't have Garuda, so let us return to Vesper Bay because we have to go unlock Garuda. Yeah. I don't even remember where the spot is to unlock her. This will be fun. It's been so long since I've done these. I remember where Ifrit's was. Ifrit's is pretty obvious. I just don't remember where this is. So, let us continue going here. Of course, this means we can also go turn in True You. Hi. Can I see? Thank you. So, Titans. Titans is gonna finally take us to Outer Lunasia for stuff, and I do have that quest there, but because I want to kind of keep this all together and not break off, I will do those at another point. But first things first, Papa Limo has a quest for us. And for the time, I doubt that even one of your talents could win over the you. Once again, you have proven yourself capable of tasks that would make an ordinary adventure shrink in fear. Seriously, throat. You have given hope and courage to all here, myself most of all. Rest assured that we shall not squander the opportunity you have given us. For my comrades, for my realm, and for a new dawn, I shall stand tall and fight. So let's head to Papa Limo, and in for a Garuda awakening. Arya, I hear you have triumphed over Ifrit. Of course, this is no less than a feat that I'd expect of a warrior of light, but well done all the same. Now, I had in mind to crack open a bottle of 1547 Bacchus, but the celebration must keep. Garuda, I'm afraid to say, has also returned. But, as you well know, Garuda's appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Not to disarm you, but in her last incarnation, that appetite has become nigh... Or in her latest incarnation, that appetite has become nigh insatiable. And in the short time since her return, she's already wreaked tremendous havoc. You must send her back to the Aether before she can do any more damage. In the meantime, Yida and I will assist the Order of the Twin Adder in the recovery effort. When you previously faced Garuda, 'twas the Enterprise that bore you through the storm that shielded her domain. Well, that storm is as a spring breeze, besides what she has raised this time. No airship could hope to penetrate it. So we must count ourselves fortunate that the Order of Twin Adder chanced to discover a beastman Ifrit leading to the Howling Eye. Before you do aught else, I suggest you pay a visit to Adder's Nest and have word with Commander Fulo. He will be able to tell you about the said Ifrit, among other things. Make no mistake, the Lady of the Vortex will prove a formidable opponent, but I believe you can weather the storm. May the 12 keep you safe. So we do need to go make a trip to Gridania, of course. Alright, here you are. Arya of the Scions, we are grateful for your aid. As you will already know, the accursed Ixal have summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she has wasted no time unleashing her fury upon the region. Extensive damage has been incurred in both the 12's Wood and Coerthas. She must be stopped, and soon, lest more lives be lost. In the name of the other seats here, I humbly request you put an end to her reign of terror. And as in the past, Garuda keeps her court within the Howling Eye, which is perpetually protected by a raging tempest. Fortunately, we have learned of an alternate way into her domain. The Ixal have constructed an aetheryte within Nautilon, their stronghold in the central highlands of Coerthas. This aetheryte will take you to Garuda's tempestuous realm. We owe this discovery to the Ashgardians, who the Elder Seatsier says deserve to repay their kindness you show them. For the sake of our people as well as theirs, may your mission be met with success. So we do need to go make a trip over to Coerthas, it seems. Like I said, I didn't remember which particular Ixal stronghold this was in, but it's the one in Coerthas. Thankfully, we can just fly right over there. Yay! We don't have to go all the way up here and fight our way down through Nautilon. All the way down. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, helps if I make the right turn. Oh. The details you notice. That's one of the Ixal's carrier things. But there is our destination. Yeah, so normally you would have had to, like, go all the way through here. And you see all this nonsense? Yeah, you'd have to deal with all that nonsense. However, because we can fly, we don't have to do that. Titans won't be so easy, unfortunately. Alright, yay! Flame tails! I can rank up. Oh man. So we have access to the Howling Eye Heart. So let's go ahead and queue her up. I'm gonna go on investigating trip here, see if I can. I don't know if you can make it up to those. You're probably gonna get walled in multiple ways. Yeah, multiple ways of walling there. So, oh, huh. The things you notice when you can fly. Interesting. Kind of goes into the mountains there. I see, I see. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, screw the stairs. We can just fly right up here! Aha. Screw you two stairs. You're dumb. I don't have to take you anymore. Ah, yes, the classic queue comes up while you're in a loading screen. So, oh no, I did turn up the sound. Oh, I forgot rule number 1 of Garuda, people. I forgot to turn up the music. I figure I could at least not be talking over it. So, Garuda, much like Ifrit, this is going to be very similar to the original fight. You've got these different pillars here that you can find, and she is going to have her frontal attacks, and someone just randomly disconnected. When she jumps again, you are going to want to get behind these pillars so that you are not hit by Mistral Song, like literally everyone in the party just did. Thanks. Good job there. And again, she's going to summon the plumes. We want to take them out. Alright, let the others take care of those that remain. And she's still going to do Wicked Wheel. And she's going to do another jump here soon, in which she goes to the middle and summons the feathers once again. You can see the depth of your folly, mortals. So yeah, once again, she does this very same thing. Goes to the middle, summons the plumes, and let's go ahead and AoE these down. And now she's going to do her aerial blast. So let's go ahead and get back here. And again, she's invulnerable until she does. There is no escape, none, haha. And once again, she is going, or no, not once again, sorry. Instead of pulling a big bunch of churning air around the arena, instead it's going to put these puddles that will drop in various points. And so if you're standing in these when their animation finishes up, you will be taking a fair amount of damage. But there is 3 safe spots that you can see here. She's going to jump again, but this time, what she's going to be doing to us is she is going to summon 2 ads, Garuda and Sukarna. As these get closer to her, or as they get closer together, they're going to get a defense buff, and they're also giving Garuda more attack. So we want to take them out. And if we can get a limit break here, I'll go ahead and use it. And, well, that's the basics of Garuda Hard. So you don't have to deal with, like, the going behind while she's in this part. You just have to deal with the ads. Oh, come on. Come on. You literally, like, hit it 2 seconds before me. So that's Garuda Hard. You know, they make a big deal about the fact she's super strong, but honestly, she's easy. She's really easy in hard mode. Titan, on the other hand... Titan hard. Oh, Titan hard mode. Ooh, boy. But, first off, we need to go unlock Titan hard. This is going to be the harder one to get to, I believe. It's the one I'm thinking of that we need to get to. So I don't think we can use the previous one. Alright, so our final one, our Titan quest, is going to come from Ishtola. Yay, more seals. So both Ifrit and Garuda are now vanquished by your hands. Truly, you have earned yourself a rest. Would that you had the luxury of time to enjoy it. Pains me say the Titan is also returned, and with a vengeance. As was the case with his primal brethren, he has grown stronger than he was before. When I went about my investigation, all indications suggested that the kobolds were nowhere near ready to resume their summoning rites. But it turns out they were deceiving us. I should have known better. The kobolds' subterranean domain runs deep, and they can easily hoard crystals without our being none the wiser, and a vast hoard it must have been. Till now, Garuda was the most powerful among the 3 recently active primals, but according to our latest readings, Titan has usurped that honor. Told you. A primal's might is determined by 2 factors: the amount of crystals it has gorged upon, and the fervor of its believers. I would like nothing more than measure precisely how strong the Lord of Craig has become, but I fear the time for such prudence has run out. We have already received an official request from the Maelstrom, and as you might expect, is addressed to you. For your previous encounter with Titan, you traveled to his demise by way of the Aetheryte first discovered by the Company of Heroes. Sad to say, this Aetheryte no longer seems to respond. But do not despair, the Maelstrom has reportedly found another in its place. You want to speak with Commander Riki at Maelstrom Command for the details. Cannot stress this enough. The Titan has grown fearsome strong. See to it, you spare no preparation. So now we have to go to Limslevelminta. Yay! Ah, Arya the Scions, your presence is most welcome. I'm chagrined that we must turn to you again to lay Titan low. No doubt this is yesterday's news to you, but the Lord of Craigs has returned more ferocious and formidable than he was before. I cannot fathom how the kobolds were able to attain such vast stores of crystals, and in so short a time. We will learn the answer in the coming moons, I suspect, but first things first. We need to vanquish Titan before he and the kobolds have a chance to wreak havoc on Limslevelminta. You have failed the problem before, and we believe that you can emerge victorious once more. We have learned of a new Ifrit that will take you to the navel. It's situated deep within the Gamaro mines. Not the most convenient of locations, admittedly, so you'll have to cut yourself a path. Please make all haste. Titan's mere presence emboldens the kobolds, and 'tis only a matter of time before they move in force against us. And the Gap Navigator guide you on your way, Arya. So yeah, we have to go to Outer Lanasia to Camp Overlook, which, again, I still haven't done the quest here, but, yeah. I'm gonna turn the quest I have, but I'm not gonna take up the others just yet. I'm still putting it off. I was gonna do it here, but I'm still putting it off. Partly because I just don't feel like it. Venture A, with messages from Swiftwaws. A preemptive strike to take the wind out of the kobold sails before they can mount an attack? Should recruit old buccaneers like us for the effort? This, when even Admiral Webb has her hands full with the damn beast? Why, that's either the most barnacle-brain idea I've heard, or the most bloody brilliant. I'll confess, I had my doubts when I heard she was leaving the Yellow Jackets. But I see the wench is as salty a sea dog as ever. This should prove most interesting. So yeah, we do have quests to do here, of course. Oh, yeah, level 47, right there. But first things first, let's get to Titan. So yeah, we can't fly in. You literally can't fly high enough anyway, and it's all underground. So, gonna have to hope I can kind of just smash or just fly over everything, so I don't have to deal with, doing all this. So, this is the Gamaro Mines. You might think, Rennie, why aren't you going this way? Well, it's blocked off. So, we have to go up here. Welcome to reasons I hate this place. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. And take a right over here, take another right, and take a left, and we'll find ourselves at the Gamaro Aetheryte. Yeah, I really don't like getting in here. So before we queue up Titan, partly because my queuing partner just had to go take care of a hunt on a different server, let's go rank up. I know this is going to make this a little bit longer, but queue times and stuff, and I don't know how long this is going to be, but let's do it. Hi, I'm here to rank up finally. Qualify for your next promotion, you must complete rank 1 of the GC objectives of your hunting log. So of course we've done that, and this will bring us to Flame Sergeant 3rd class. We need 5,000 seals, which that's fine. By the power vested in me, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Flame Sergeant 3rd class. By this promotion, you're now eligible to undertake a wider range of company lives. May you fight to the last for coin and country. Yay! And, oh gosh, what the heck rank do I need for this quest? Second Flame Lieutenant! That's so far away. So, now to get to 2nd class, we need 6,000 seals! So let's take a look at that GC hunting log. Also, I still do need to wrap up the monk one here. We only have 3 left. What do we got? South Panelin. Aha, so we're gonna have to do some Cutter's Cry, it looks like. with some more general stuff. But it'll be worth it because that'll get us a bunch of seals. Also, let's filter this down to incomplete. So we also need South Shroud, East Shroud, and West Lanasia. That is not a problem. This also does entitle us to more goods here, not specifically the armor, but I gave us more. I guess because we don't have enough seals. Anyways, with that, I believe we are ready to queue up Titan. Alright, so Titan hard mode. There's a reason, even before they told us, I was saying this is harder than Garuda. Titan, like, back when, the level cap was 50, you pretty much had to have a minimum amount of HP to even do this fight, because otherwise you would just die from his attacks. Very, very similar to the original fight, but a lot of damage is going to be going out. This is a huge test on healers. A huge, huge test on healers. So he is going to still have his frontal attacks like so. He's still going to have these knockback attacks like so. And of course right now you can't actually be knocked off the platform. And he's still going to be demolishing the edge of the arena like so. Like that Sam is so about to fall off. So yeah, what's the big deal? Oh hey, look, Way of the Land. Yep, that's back again. That is also back here. Oh, wait, he's already jumped again? Okay, okay. Off to the edge. Let's rescue my stacks here. Because I've been feeling so slow. So yeah, now you really need to make sure you are keeping an eye out for those, because of course you can get knocked off the arena. More Way to the Lands. There's going to be more and more and more as we go on. And he's going to be dropping these boulders. I don't think the boulders were originally in. So these boulders are going to go explode in the pattern in which they appeared. So you want to keep an eye out for whatever one is going off first. And then get out. Alright, so our arena is getting even smaller. And of course we are down to the heart. And there go my stacks. Sad face. So he's going to still go ahead and put people in a gowl. You do need to knock him out. And as soon as he does it, it's very likely that we're about to lose some people just like that. Because, well, they happen to be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. As it got broken there. So, once his invincibility drops off, go ahead and continue this on. So he's got a move called Mountain Buster, which is that attack there. And welcome to why you need so much HP. Watch the tumults come in. Watch as our HP drops. Watch as we deal with a ton of Way to the Lands. And yeah. So our next pattern we're going to have to deal with is this line pattern. You want to go to the line that dropped last. And of course you do want to make sure you're keeping an eye out for that knockback, because he will do that to indicate the bombs are about to explode. Ooh. That tank buster is ouchie, which is what Mountain Buster is. So yeah, you have to just, whenever he does that, you do want to make sure you are watching for those, because ooh, take move, Titan. You never want to turn Titan if you can help it. And that's the basics of Titan Hard. Now, figure, without being overgeared, they're going to be taking more and more and more damage with these tumults because they just keep going and going and going. And you're, like, even now, I'm still taking, like, 800 damage per tumult. That's a lot of damage to have happen, like, 4 or 5 times in a row. Yeah, that adds up really stinking quick. Titan was essentially a wall back in the day. I mean, it still can be a wall. Like, I have wiped to Titan hard mode in the past year. So, yeah, Titan is definitely a fight, alright. And that is why it is the hardest of the 3 hard mode ones. Come on, people. Roll on it. Thank you. And, well, that does it for those. So now we need to go back and get to Geralt and turn all our stuff in. And, actually, no, we have to go to Revenant's Toll first, because we need to get that quenching oil. This used to be like, oh god, I don't remember the price of it back in the day, but it was not cheap. I think it was 1,000. 1,000 tomestones, I want to say. I might be off. It might have only been like 400, but it was like somewhere between 400 and 1,000. Imagine doing that. Imagine doing all this 7, 8, 9, 10 times. However many it was, I don't remember. Yeah. So we need to speak with Oriana here in exchange for other. We are looking to get. Actually, I need to get some of this stuff here. Let's buy these minions because they're like 3 tomestones. These used to be like 400 each. Yeah, they're a little tad bit cheaper now. Special arms? Yes, special arms is what I'm looking for. We need 1 of these. Yeah. 1. Does it tell me in here? Oh my gosh, this is such a long quest information bit. Alright, we have 580 tomes though. Let's actually get another piece of gear. What do I really need? Just all that stuff on the left side. That's what I really need. So, let us grab the Hands of Striking. Optimize the gear up here. And let's return back to Geralt now. So you're back. Never died. For a second, you trance all 3 primals and come back past me again. Alright then, let's see the White Hot Ember, the Howling Gale, and the Hyperfused Ore. Aye, these ought to get me the levels of heat I need, which just leaves the Radzak Han Quenching Oil for cooling things off afterwards. You got that too, I presume? You do. And hey, we're finally done with the quest. You've done your part, and so I'll do mine. Watch now and try not to bat your eyelids. Ain't every day you'd see a relic reborn. These gods-given hands have worked yet another miracle. Feast your eyes on the Spharai, just as they were in days of yore. 'Tis a sight to move a man to tears, you lucky bastard. You'd better bloody well take care of them. And that completes the quest. Yay! So, up in arms. Or receive the quest Up in Arms. You must be equipped with a Relic Zenith. So what in the world is a Relic Zenith? Well, let's speak with the portly Moogle. The other day, when Geralt was deep in his cups, I heard him mumble something cryptic, Kupo. If you've got a bottle of the neighboring mist, you can infuse spirits into your relish at the furnace. I wonder what that means, Kupo. I should have grabbed them. So this is how you get the Zenith ones. Yeah, this is also used to be insanely expensive back when. So there's one for every one that can get a relic. So This is for continuing onwards and proceeding forth with the rest of the relic quest. I am not going to be doing that. Yeah. We also got a replica vendor here. So, Ironworks gear augmentation. So this is something that used to be a thing, but no longer exists. This is how you, if you had, like, so before you could get, like, just a basic one instead of, like, the augmented. And now, like, they've made it so for these older ones, you just get the augmented flat up. You'd have to get, like, specific items to upgrade them, and, so, like, yeah, so we could potentially get ourselves... Oh. I don't remember how you get these. I don't remember. Yeah, so, like, it's just some stuff with, some future content that we can do. And, yeah, doesn't really matter much anymore. Because a lot of this is kind of just outdated, and it's kind of just healing kettles. Kind of purchase a kettle. I'm afraid we're short on stock at the moment. Perhaps we can come back later. Fine. Cannot do anything on true Zodiac weapon Zeta. So that is like one of the last, if not the last step of a relic weapon. But again, I've never honestly even finished this one. Like, I only got to a certain point and it was just like, nope, done. Like, it is super, super grindy and they have not lessened the amount of grind. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. In the next part, we have another dungeon to do. We've got some beast tribes to do. And now that we beat Titan, we have a raid series to do. At least the first parts. At least the first parts. So, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this and more. There's more than just this that I do here. This is just, you know, part of it. You can find the links for that in the description, along with the links to me on social media, such as Twitter. I tweet a bunch of random stuff. I don't try to be spammy. I just, you know, tweet a bunch of stuff. Anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, this is rinimt, signing out.